Hi everyone, I'm Miss Garcia and I'm one of the media specialists, and today I'm going to talk to you about an awesome tool called Canva. If you're not already familiar with Canva, you are missing out because Canva is a great tool that basically lets you create different graphic designs. You can use it to create flyers, you can use it to create projects for school, you can use it for advertising clubs and sports activities, you can use it for all kinds of things. So as a student, you have access to Canva for free, and some of the things that you can make are things like flyers. So here's an example of a flyer a student made for our class. You can make infographics, which would be really good for classes like science and social studies where you have to make projects to present information that you've learned, or for many research projects. You can make bookmarks. You can make slideshows, just like in Google Slides, but with a lot more options. I think Canva gives you a lot more choices of what you can add in, different fonts and images and things like that. If you're a teacher, you also have free access to Canva, and you can make things like directions, you can make handouts, you can make newsletters, you can make awards, pretty much anything you want. The sky's the limit. You can make social media graphics in Canva and invitations and all kinds of personal things as well. So the first thing you would need to do to log into Canva is to make sure you're signed into eClass and that you're signed into your school Gmail account. Then you will go to canva.com, select login, and choose login with Google, and then make sure that you pick your school account. And that way you will have free access to a lot of different graphics and texts. Now, if you're a teacher, you can get an educator account, and some of the graphics that usually cost money, you will actually get for free, and you can set up a Canva classroom for your students to use, and then they can use a lot of the educator tools for free as well. So it's great to have an educator account and to create a classroom. All right, so once you get to Canva, you are going to look around for what you want to design. You can browse the list here at the top in the banner. You can scroll down and look through the different design options. You can make posters, like pretty much anything, videos even. Or you can search for a specific design at the top. So today I'm going to use an infographic as my example because I feel like it's probably one of the most relevant things that you would use for school. So once I type in infographic and hit enter, I'm going to get a page full of different templates that I can choose from. Now, Canva will also let you create a blank one. So if you totally want to start from scratch, you can do that. But I personally like to use some of their ready-made templates because they usually look nicer and they're already organized for me. Now, everything in these different templates is completely editable. So if there's something I don't like about it, I can easily change it. Okay, so you can scroll through and see a bunch of different options. I'm going to pretend today that I'm making this for a science class. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose this one as my example. And remember that I told you that you can edit everything. So if there is a graphic on the page that you don't like, you can delete it. If there's text that you don't want on there or a style of font that you don't like, you can delete it. You can move things around. So if you want to make something bigger, something smaller, you can do that as well. So you can completely edit this. Down here, I have this little bar that lets me maximize the view, and I want to make sure that it's big enough that I can actually see what I'm making. If I wanted to change the background of my design, I could click in different sections of it, and I can change the color up here. I can also change my template at any time if I wanted to. Okay. If I wanted to change the text, I could simply click within the text box and I could type what I wanted instead of what they had. I could change the font style, the size, the color, make it bold or italic, center it, use bullet points, change the spacing, and I could also add text effects. So maybe, for example, I don't like the shadow. I want to change it to be hollow. I can change the style of the text as well and then see how it looks on my graphic. Okay. So up here, this is a toolbar where you can do a lot of things, especially with the text and the colors. There's an additional bar if you click on the three dots, and you can change the position of the text to make it be towards the front of your design or the back of your design. And you can change the transparency, like if you need the background to look a little bit lighter, you can do that. And then you can hyperlink. So if I wanted to hyperlink this text so that if somebody clicked on it, it actually took them to a website, I could do that as well. Okay, so all of that is here at the top. Over here on the left-hand side, this is the toolbar where you're going to add things into your graphic. So elements is probably one of the best things. You can search for different items and you can find graphic, like cartoon-like clip art, or you can also find actual pictures. So let's say I'm doing this assignment for science, and maybe I'm doing a project on invasive species, and maybe I am looking for a picture of a beetle. Okay, I can search for that, and you can see that I have some clip art, I have some more realistic looking pictures, and if I want to add one of these in, all I have to do is click on it and it will be put into my design. You can also add uploads. So let's say there's a picture that I've downloaded to my computer already. Maybe I found something online that I want to use and I've saved it to my desktop. Then I can upload it into Canva by clicking Upload Media, and then it will appear. So I've already done a search and found this image on a Japanese beetle. So I just click it and it will be inserted into my design. Now it usually comes in right in the middle, but you can move everything around very easily. I can drag this up to the top. I can resize it and make it smaller or larger depending on what I need it to be. I can use it to cover stuff up. I can basically do whatever I want to do with this image. And then that's it. You can also add text over here. So if you click on text, you can add headings or subheadings, and you can also use really cool text graphics. So if you scroll down, you can see that there are some different options here. And again, this is also editable. So let's say maybe I wanted to add in something at the end, like thank you for viewing my project. Or maybe I wanted to put in the name of a website that I used a lot to find information on my invasive species. I would click it, and then it appears on my design. So again, I can resize it. I can change the font or the text by double clicking on it and make it, say whatever I want to. I could put in the name of my website here, and then maybe something else about it here, like the creator of it, if I've looked that up. And then I can hyperlink it if I wanted to, or again, I could even change the font, but keep the same layout so that it looks, like it's kind of slanted and all of that stuff. And I can move it wherever I want it to be on here. You can also create a logo and add in logos, and there are some other things that you can do as well. If you have a slideshow, you can add in a video, pretty much anything that you want is up to you. Excuse me. So once you've created your design, let's say that I have edited this, changed the background, I've got everything I want on here. If I want to have 2 pages, like maybe I have so much research that I need to make my infographic 2 pages long, you can click right here to duplicate the page, and that will create another infographic right below that has the same design, the same font, the same background color, and then I can just change the information in it. If you want to add another page like kind of from scratch, you click add page, and then you'll have to do a whole new design, but you'll have a second sheet that you can work on. So once your Canva design is completed and you have everything that you want, there are different ways that you can share it or print it. You can click download, and Canva usually suggests the best file type to save it as or to download it as, depending on what you've made. But you can also click here and change it to whatever you want. So I could print this as a PDF for my teacher if I wanted to, or I could save it as a PNG image and then email it to my teacher if I wanted to. It's totally up to you. The other thing you can do is share a link to it. So if you come up here to share, you can share a link, and you want to make sure that you share a link to view if you're turning it in, or sharing with a group, that you don't want to edit it, you just want them to see it. So you would click share a link to view, copy the link, and then paste it wherever you're going to paste it. You could also invite collaborators. So let's say you're working with another student on this, you can type in their email address and invite them to edit the same design. Okay, so you can share it, download it, or invite collaborators if you wanted to. I think that's pretty much everything that I have to show you about Canva. I really hope you like it and that you wind up using it, because it is a very helpful tool. If you have any questions while you're using Canva, you can feel free to email me. I'm Evelyn Garcia, and Mrs. Price also, Melody Price, is the other media specialist, and we'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Teachers, if you'd like more information on Canva or creating a Canva classroom, email us as well, and we'll be happy to help you. All right, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for listening. Bye.